Hey everybody, today we are in the laundry room. Yesterday we were trying to keep a fire, trying to get a fire started. Today we're trying to keep a fire from starting. We're going to get rid of lint with our dryer. So three things we're going to do. The first is the lint trap. Of course you got to empty that, but we'll vacuum that all out. The second, which we're not going to do today because I just did about a month ago, is pull the dryer out, vacuum underneath it, all around it. Actually take the back panel off, which is really easy. There's just a few screws. I had to do it to replace the thermal fuse. The thermal fuse went out and the dryer wasn't getting hot, so you test the fuse with a ohm meter, and if it's open, the fuse is busted, so you got to replace it. If you have to do that, by the way, MJB has them in stock. Nowhere else I could find it, but they had them in stock, and I put a new one in, vacuumed everything out, so I'm not going to pull it out again today. And then the last thing is the vent, the third thing. And we'll get to that from the outside a little bit later. Our dryer is a top lint trap dryer, so we've taken that out and vacuumed it up. But we really want to get it clean, and so we want to get in there and vacuum. So this small shop vac is pretty handy. It was in there a little ways, and I can get some of it, but can't really get all the way down there, so I was trying to figure out a way that might be useful. So I got a tube from the inside of a wrapper for Christmas or wrapping paper, and that gets way down there nice, goes around the corner, so that's going to be pretty slick and that'll work good. So that worked okay. It was a little bit unsatisfactory because the tube would collapse down a little bit if you got it kinked, and you kind of had to pop it open. So I think I've got another idea for that as well, but I was able to get it vacuumed out pretty good. But you might not have a top lint trap, you might have a bottom one, in which case it's down here by the door. And the problem there is it's too deep to get to the bottom. You can see all that lint down there, and you try to get one of these in and it only goes so far, and you know the trap is like this. So I put some tape on this so that you could slide it down like this and get into your trap, and I think that'll work. But I do have another idea that I think is going to work even better. You know, you set this down and somebody throws it away or gets stepped on, and or they're hard to come by. You can't find them if it's not Christmas time. So let's go to the garage and check out my other idea. Basically what we got here is an old piece of PVC that I found, and it fits approximately the tube we have close. So we're going to try to use that and hook it up somehow so that we can suck out the lint trap. We're going to use a heat gun. We're going to need a tape measure and a marking pen. So my friend Lindsay said that her trap is about 9 to 10 inches deep. So we'll make a mark at 10 inches and we'll try to flatten this out to there. Let's see if it works. Okay, I think that's going to work pretty good. I ended up using the vise instead of the board. It just seemed to work a little bit better. I would recommend, if you do it, take a stir stick and just, once you kind of get it flattened, keep that in there so you don't crimp too much down with the vise and pinch the orifice. So, but that worked good. And then I put a little bend in it so when you're trying to get it into the dryer, it's not banging up against the top of the dryer. So I think that's going to work. Now, our hose doesn't quite fit in here, So I'm going to modify that a little bit. We got our Dremel tool. We'll see if we can just ream this out a little. I think that's going to work. So if you had a front load dryer, should be able to work pretty good. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is the vent. It's really helpful if you've got one of these. I think I got it at Fleet. It's just a little auger brush that goes in your vent and scrapes up all the lint off the edges. So that's what we're going to do. Comes with a little cap. That cap fits onto your vent. I've already taken it apart here like this, and then there's a spot for your vacuum cleaner hose so that you can suck it out and not have to have the dryer on and blow it all in your face. You run it with the drill and you put these pieces on it. Now, it's very important to not run your drill backwards because you'll unscrew these, and also just to put a little piece of tape on them so they're less likely to come apart and be stuck in your vent, which is really a pain. Like so. Well, there we have it, another project. Get the lint out of your dryer, out of the back of your dryer, out of your vent, save your house from burning down, and be a hero at home. Thanks again, Lindsay. You win this very great homemade tool. Remember, stay busy, stay safe, and please stay at home. Thanks.